part two. I had to cut that off there because, like I said, I'm going into a different subject now. And this is a really important one. This is probably the most important one once we see through the colorblind goggles. Yeah, once we get our colorblind goggles on, when we're colorblind, makes us colorblind. You don't see color. Well, once we get to that point, we can look at the Fed. Well, the Fed, I mean, it's already happening. Well, why don't I just get into it? Okay, 1913, our money system, all of our money was hijacked by bankers. They bought off the government, made the government give them the right to print money at their leisure. In 1913, it's been that way ever since. It's called the Federal Reserve Bank, and it's privately owned, privately ran, and there's no oversight whatsoever from the government. Okay? They called it Federal Reserve to kind of throw us off. Well, these guys are printing our money and loaning it to us. Yeah, you heard me right. They're printing and loaning our money to us. And they're charging us interest. Why are we paying interest on our own money? And they say, oh, that's not true. How do you know that? Well, because I know where they get the money from that we pay them. But I know where they're getting the interest from. If it's not, it's oh, it is, because it can't be a coincidence. Okay. Every year since 1913, to the penny, if you look at what our nation paid in income tax for that year, and then you cross-reference that amount and you look at how much we paid the Federal Reserve that year, and every year since 1913 it matches to the penny. That's why they've invented the income tax, was to pay the interest on our money. Are you starting to see through the facade a little bit yet? Come on, wake up. I'm not lying to you. I love y'all. I won't lie to you. I promise. Hear me. Let this shit come through. And you're going to hear dings and bells and see lights like you ain't never seen. Some shit's going to activate in your brain. And I'm telling you. So, Federal Reserve's got us paying them to give us our money. Hey, can I borrow some of my money? They got us. Not only that, but every person that's ever tried to challenge them has been executed. The first one that tried to challenge them was Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, Booth was actually a patriot. They framed him. Imagine that. Next was next was Jackson. Andrew Jackson. Look into him. Yeah, he was first back to Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln, I don't know if you remember in school, they taught you about the greenback. Yeah, that's what he actually he called his money that he was trying to put out around the Federal Reserve with no interest. See, that interest is that money we pay into them is our bloodline. Man, if that money was just turned loose and given back, fuck it. Don't even worry about the back pay they screwed us out of. If this fire hydrant of liquidation was just diverted back to us, we would immediately see life-changing improvements in this country and this world like you can't even imagine. We paid them $1 trillion last year. Did you hear me? We paid them $1 trillion to loan us our money. $1 trillion would pay for our $1 trillion would rebuild every road, every bridge, every hospital, every school in this nation. Just 1 year of it. What would 10 years do? Is it getting clear yet? You starting to see? Wipe your eyes. Wipe that glare out your eyes. You starting to see? We ain't your enemy. We're not your enemy. I'm going to stop with there. But I'm going to keep hitting on this. This is the key here. This is how we beat them.